Happy 4th of July, everybody. We are here today to honor our forefathers, but maybe not the forefathers that you're thinking of. 200 years ago, what happened? 200 years ago, your forefathers were married in the temple. And now your posterity numbers 31, almost 32 people.
Actually 32, almost 33.
Is it 32, almost 33?
Or 33, almost 34.
Really? No, I said posterity, so I wasn't counting you two. I wasn't counting you two.
Sorry, go back, you were right.
Okay. Almost 32.
Right.
So we are here to honor you today. Happy 40th anniversary. I appreciated Minette's testimony that she gave today. I thought it was a great start to our evening, and I think all of us echo the same sentiments that Minette said about how blessed that we are to be your children and your grandchildren. We just want to spend a few minutes talking about some of the ways that you have blessed our lives. I'm going to start, and then Brian, and then we'll kind of move down in age. And we're just going to have the adults do this, and we're going to keep it short because we don't want to lose the attention of all the kids. So I just want to say that I think Mom and Dad did a great job of teaching us how to put the Lord first, and that they were always very good examples of having a positive attitude and helping us remember what was really important.
I just want to say that the first time that I met Mom and Dad was in Provo, and when I walked in the room and all of the family was there, Miriam and I weren't even engaged yet. I instantly felt a part of the family, and I still that feeling that I experienced in those first few minutes still endures every day for me. So thank you so much for always helping me feel like I'm one of your sons.
Okay, then we'll have Elena, then we'll just go down by couples, Meredith and Patrick, and Bernice and Tom, all the way down to Morgan and Ashley.
I think, thinking about this, I think one of the big things that I've learned from Mom and Dad, I realize more as I get older, sorry, get this from Mom. Their example of church service is that you don't realize until you're older how much sacrifice goes into what you've done for that many years, raising a family and doing all of that. All the things that you do on the side and never complaining, never even a word. You have been big builders of the kingdom like you talked about today in your testimony, Mom. And Relief Society, that to me is what you are, great examples of builders and leaders in the kingdom.
So I always remember Dad saying when we were younger that it was his job to make sure that we would be able to live without them, so that we knew how to be independent and make decisions on our own and stand on our own 2 feet. And I think they did a really good job of making sure that we all knew what to do when we were on our own. And I had plenty of friends in college who I just thought, wow, did your parents do every single thing for you when you were growing up? Because they didn't know how to do laundry. They were calling them, asking every single thing. And not that it's bad you call your parents, but basically, no, but I think they did a really good job of making sure that we learned from them, and that we learned the joy of work and how to be able to survive on our own when we weren't around them.
There's many things that I could say, and I think I echo a lot of the comments about how resourceful Ed and Judy always are, and how focused they are on serving other people and making other people feel like they're so important. But that's really what I wanted to say. Is there every time I've been here, you walk in and Ed is always so willing to sit down and wants to sit down, and it makes it feel like you are the most important person in the room, which I think is so great. And again, Judy does the same thing, always so willing to talk and listen, and again, so interested in what her kids are doing, and also what I'm doing and what our kids are doing.
I would say that something I'm so grateful to be taught by my parents is what matters most. And the two things that come to mind, of course, are the gospel, and I'm grateful for the example they set in my whole life growing up, that I always knew where they stood. There was never any question about their testimony. I knew, and that helped me build my testimony because I saw their strength. They never wavered. There was never a doubt in their mind what we should be doing and what they believed in. And they made sure that it was a big part of our lives. We would never miss attending church, whether you're on vacation or no matter where you are in the country or wherever you are, church was important, and we would always be at church every Sunday. And we made the gospel part of our lives every day, not just on Sundays. I remember having faithful family home evenings my whole life. I can't remember missing very many of those at all, and I think that's a great service that they did to each of us. So I appreciate that, their devotion to the gospel, and I also appreciate how much they valued family. That was obvious. We had a lot of friends growing up, family friends, but our family, I think, were our closest friends, and we spent a lot of time together, a lot of time home playing. I think we had a good balance of other activities, because I can think of a lot of times, weekends, evenings, when it was our family home together, meal times, etc. So I'm grateful for the focus they placed on family.
I would say, similar to Brian, an immediate welcoming into the family. It didn't take long to feel like I was part of the family and comfortable here. I always felt very comfortable here from day one. And, to Meredith's point, raising kids who are independent and are fine living on their own, however, I think almost everyone now has spent time living here at one point or another. So that's what I would also say is generosity and opening your home to children to spend time here in various stages of life, and that's also something that's touched me.
I was just thinking of so many things that I've learned from them. Just remember being younger and always having you home. Just the fact that Mom stayed home and Dad was always home for dinner. It was just so predictable and so reliable. I remember coming home from school, specific instances. One time, I had a really hard day in junior high, and I was, still kind of little. Like, when I was in junior high, I remember specifically coming home really upset because there was a C on my report card, my midterm report card, and I sat on Mom's lap and cried, and just remember feeling so secure, and I think she gave me chocolate chip cookies or something, and I felt better. And that's another good thing I learned, how to bake, being frugal. But there's just so many things that I have that I did take for granted before I grew up and realized how unique that was and how rare it is to have a mom who's just always there when I got home, and a dad who was always available. And that's just one of the many things that passed on, and I hope that I can carry that with my family.
There's so many good things that I'd like to say about Ed and Judy. They've been such a great example to me, and I think the most personal way that I've got to know them is through Minette and her good qualities that she has. She will often be in the kitchen doing something a certain way, there's so many instances where she'll say, well, this is how my dad taught me, or this is what my mom says is the right thing to do, and it really is right on, and I'm just so grateful for how they've been such good parents to Minette and every one of their children, and it really is a reflection. I see how good Minette is with our kids, and I just know that is directly from Ed and Judy. I'm very grateful for that.
Mom and Dad, my comment for you guys is similar to what Marley said. There was never a doubt in my mind that you guys had testimonies and that you knew what was right, knew what was most important, and just that power of consistent example. And I emphasize consistent because had I seen you guys waver once or twice, that would have been a big deal. But I've never seen that. I remember going on road trips. We would always try to stop and go to sacrament meeting, go to church, wherever we were, no matter what. And I realized now not every family does that, and that meant a lot, and that communicated to me that the church is important to you guys, and that has impacted deeply the way that I live my life today.
What I'd like to say is that Ed and Judy have instilled a lot of good values in Milan, and I think one of those things is hard work. Whether it's church service or being dedicated to his family or work, whatever it is, he's very hardworking. And it's so funny how many times he's been working on a house and he said, "Oh, my dad taught me this when we were working on the basement," or "Oh, my mom has taught me this before." It just is such a part of him and who he is, and I think it's because you guys work so hard to be good examples to your own children, and I really look forward to him giving those things to our children.
I think the most important thing that I have learned is how to get answers to any questions that I had, or how to find out things. And if there's ever any question that you had, you'd come to Dad, and if he didn't know it, he'd go, to his dictionary, or he'd go, find some way to figure it out, or we'd go online together and we figure it out. But even more importantly than that, how to find answers to church questions, how to pray, how to figure out the right things, how to, figure out what was right, what choices you should make. However hard or difficult it may be, and to be able to not only know the right answer, but be able to to do the right thing.
And I really appreciate that Judy and Ed taught Mitchell how to be so service oriented. If there's ever some sort of service project in the ward or anything, Mitchell is always there, and he's there from the beginning to end. And he always puts everyone first, whether that's family or me or just people in the ward. He never thinks about himself, and I know that he learned that from you guys.
I just love the value of hard work that I think you guys taught. I was just one of those mom's job truck on Saturdays, which I know I hated and stuff. Or just helping Dad out in the garden, or just stuff in the yard. Those were always good things. So I just love the hard work that they taught, the good examples they set. Somehow you had a way of just getting us to the things that we needed to do without ever really feeling like we had to be told everything to do. So I just think through example, you guys showed us that we need to live good lives, and you just showed that to us. So I appreciate that.
I was just gonna say, similar to what some of the spouses have said, but just how accepting you were right away. When Morgan and I had just not even been married very long, you both took time off of work and flew all the way to Utah just for a Dom concert that I was playing in. And that was a big deal to me that you would make that sacrifice. I think I had to request something like 26 tickets or something when normally people request like 4. And it was, I don't know, it was just a big deal that you were willing to take time out of your busy lives for something that didn't even really matter that much.
I want to say, I am so thankful and grateful and amazed at how well my children have married. I just think, I can't think of anybody, any family where the children have all married so well. And I think of you as sons and daughters just like my own children. I've had people at work say, well, my son had to move back in with me, and at the times that our kids have moved in with us, they're wonderful. They're great people. I love them. We're happy to have them here. Anytime we can help them save money to buy a house or anything else, we're happy to have them. They're great people. We get along really well.
Turn that off, right? I felt bad for saying some of the things I did just because I know of so many people in there who don't have a family as good and wonderful and perfect as ours. And I felt bad. I thought, I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but we certainly have a good family. So.
That's why I didn't say more in my testimony, because I knew that other people would, so I was kind of careful.
Thank you, everyone. You all said such wonderful things that I echo, and we probably could go on. We could go around again longer. We could. We'll save that for another 10 years for your 50th anniversary. We'll do this again. We do have a special musical number by some of your granddaughters. If I could have them all come up front.
I can't guess what song this is going to be.
They made it up.
I don't know where they get this song.
Made up.
put all her toys away. We're such very good girls. Share when they went to play. The little girls are the very best girls you ever see. They loved one another, they were kind to each other, the way little girls should be. All the little girls were so very good girls. Tried to do what was right. 5 little girls were the very best girls. Treated full light. 6 little girls were the very best girls you ever see. They loved one another, they were kind to each other, the way little girls should be.
I know, isn't that fancy and beautiful?
They're gonna open one.
That is so pretty.
See? When they open it, don't touch, right? I'm filming right behind you, Alyssa. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, how do we open something like this?
Carefully.
Carefully is right.
Might want to get scissors for
Big slice
Grandma's house.
beautiful.
Hopefully it's better on the inside.
Yeah.
Get your braces. There you are. I've never seen those before. What is that? What is that? I know. I think it has some teeth. Your mommy used to have those. Yeah, I did. Can you see?
Very interesting.
Oh. Yeah, what do you
You can save them for other presents.
Oh, a piece of cardboard. Cool.
And a picture frame.
Oh, wow, you guys. Oh,
it's cardboard.
Don't.
No, it isn't.
Sorry, I know the chair's on the bottom.
this is cardboard.
Let's see it.
Turn it around.
Wow. That is gorgeous.
How come it's not signed, or is it hidden in there somewhere?
Don't forget you to sign it.
Yes, we'll have it.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, I know just up there. I don't know that it would really work in this room. I always wanted to picture the temple in the dining room. Take that tapestry down and put it right in that wall. Okay, maybe I'll change my mind when we redo things in here.
Why?
Oh, thank you, everybody. But listen, that is so
Can you turn it around so we turn it around for this?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Sorry.
We did see pictures.
Who painted it?
Alyssa painted it. Is that pretty good? Wow, Xander, you're amazing, huh?
You are all of you so talented.